Hello everyone, good investor here. I hope you're having an amazing day. I hope your week is going well. Just wanted to drop this new video and it is going to be about SOS as promised yesterday. A couple of really big things happened in the market about the third batches of SOS, as well as a couple of numbers that has changed and that could actually result to the stock price going really high up. So please make sure you listen to everything, and I think that would be very big for you if you are holding SOS, if you're interested on the stock. So without further ado, I would like to begin the video right away. And as I always started, I would like to start it with the market. And for the market, I usually pick S&P 500. So today, as we can see, it did drop a little bit. It was doing well, throughout the day. But as soon as it was about 1 p.m., it started dropping. And I don't see it as a coincidence. I personally see it as an IPO of Coinbase. I think some people did sell it around that time and switched into Coinbase. I'll make about Coinbase a separate video because I don't want to talk too much about it and not make this video too long. So if you're interested, you can definitely stay tuned. There will be 2 videos today uploaded. So as we can see, market was doing well and then it dropped a little bit. So don't worry about this sell-off. It is nothing major. I also see it as a little retreat as well because the market was at all-times high a couple of days ago. And as we can see, it's just a little retreat that is normal for the market. So that being said about the market, let's talk about SOS stock and let's deep dive right away within Robinhood. And the same story, as you can see, SOS was actually doing very well, about 6% up throughout the day. And as soon as it kicked 1 p.m. around 1:20, it was the time when Coinbase IPO that I think this is related to that as well. So a little bit of sell-off happened, but not too much as S&P, right? As we can see, it closed at 0% with no change comparing to yesterday. And after hours, it did go a little bit up, but I wouldn't really rely too much on this. This is subject to change. So about portfolio, nothing changed. I'm still holding if you're interested. So as you can see, it doesn't expire until August, and I do see SOS as a not too long of a period of time for holding, of course, but rather I would be holding throughout for the next couple of months for sure. So that is about the stock price. And if we go to the Reddit, which I usually do, and this post actually on SOS Limited's page seems very interesting to me, and I think would be interesting to you as well. And as soon as I saw this 53% borrow rate going up, so as we know, yesterday it was I think it was around 20-30%, but now it says it's about 53, and obviously I usually check these numbers because this is too high. And as we go to Fintel and check it against that, so as you can see, Fintel actually says it's around 42%, which is slightly lower, but definitely higher than it was yesterday. So I'll tell you what that means, but before I do that, I would like to also touch on the short volume ratio, which also dropped a little bit from yesterday, which is kind of telling us that there's less and less people shorting it. It could be because of the less and less short shares availability, right? So it was way higher yesterday and it's about 850, and the lower this number gets, the more expensive the borrow fee rate is. So what does that tell you specifically if you're holding SOS? That means that if this number is going up too much, the shorters will start thinking that it could be not worth shorting the stock, so they could back out their positions, which means that there would be some market optimism going on and the price of SOS could actually shoot. So if you're holding, there's a good news on that side. It's a very optimistic news. And as you can see from this chart, even if I didn't know about SOS that much, just looking at the chart itself, I would look at this 3-month and look at this. Within 3 months, the company went up by 87%. It is amazing, and I do see this little drop as a retreat, nothing more than that. So even if I didn't know about all these short squeeze, all these shortings, all these short positions by hedge funds, I would see it as a normal thing, to be honest with you. And within 3 months period, 87%, it's amazing. So definitely don't worry about that piece, and I think good things are coming, even if it could be either a short squeeze, which is also it could be a short squeeze as well, but it could also be a factor that the shorters would just back up from their short positions and because it's just getting more and more expensive to short the stock. So definitely it's a very good sign. Both ways is good for SOS stockholders who have long positions in SOS. So another thing is the investor place, which is actually giving us some of the good optimistic news. And last time it gave us as well about when that research company was they were coming with a bullish case regarding that the bearish case that the hedge funds were coming with. So, and then today they actually came up with a new article saying that there is actually SOS Limited could become a long-term crypto mining play, and there's for a number of factors here. And I'm very positive because a couple of big things happening for SOS, right? So one of them is that the same shorters that shorted the Riot blockchain, the same shorters shorted many other companies that actually did not go well, and these companies, as we all know, including Riot, did very well after that. So they're saying the same thing about SOS, and they're saying that there's a lot of potential for SOS once they come to the North American markets, as we talked previously. So there's a really good bullish case on this article that I don't want to go too much in depth on it. If you want, I can drop the link, of course, but that is it for this one. But another thing is that SOS actually announced the receipt of the third batch of crypto mining rigs and first quarter mining results. So that is actually huge. If we go down here, and some of the big things that I want to mention in this video is that their Q1 numbers look as they have generated 42 Bitcoins and 916 Ethereum. So this is on their books. And as the price of these cryptocurrencies rise, that means that the price of the stock price of SOS would rise as well, because now they have bigger assets, right? So the stock price has to correlate with the company's assets as well. So that is a big news if you're holding SOS again, and that is big news if you're bullish on cryptocurrencies. If you think Bitcoin is on the rise as well, then this is absolutely something that you should also consider looking at. Another thing is about their third batch, and the third batch means literally that now the company is getting expanded. They can mine at a faster pace. They can mine cryptocurrencies in a faster pace, which means that there is more opportunities out there, which is also another bullish case for the company. So definitely big things coming up. And if you ask my personal thoughts, I think this week is very big for SOS. By Friday, I think a lot of things would happen, not only because of the Coinbase IPO, but also because of all these news, and mainly because of this number. I mean, as this number keeps getting rised up, shorters will just literally go back and not only because of this number, but also because of the company getting expanded. So definitely big news on that side, and please stay tuned. By the end of the week, if not the next week, definitely something really huge is going to happen, and I definitely want to make sure that you guys are updated till the last. So I think that is it on the SOS side. I'll definitely drop another video about Coinbase and how it did impact some of the cryptocurrency mining companies, including SOS, but it would be a bigger number of companies. So please stay tuned. I'll talk to you in that video.